It was weird. I didn't know you had a valet. The guy who greeted us down there. Welcome to the Electrician residence. Might we take your luggage? You know, it's such a palatial. Hello.
Right.
It's like we're gonna park by the third garage.
Yeah. Be sure to move your automobile over there out in front of the big house.
He's just come here to make fun of me.
No, I'm excited to see you. Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see you. You're all healed up. Ready for round 2?
For now.
Slim.
Whenever you want it.
No, dude, stop. I know you've got weirdness about you, and I don't want to do it. And welcome to your favorite Underwhelming podcast. I am joined, as always, by my co-host with the most, the fat electrician.
Hello.
There it is. That's a reference.
What?
It's a callback to Unsub. That's it. Drink up. Is that another company you're getting ready to buy? Probably.
No, I wish.
And you wish?
I wish.
You and me both, brother. We wouldn't be sitting here. And of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Blas. We brought the boy to the Midwest. Finally.
You sure did.
What do you think?
So far, Casey's Pizza is the real deal.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I
said-
had my doubts.
And I didn't tell you this because we took a little detour. Took a little detour. But we hadn't eaten in a while, sweating it out like pigs on the flight. But I was like, dude, we're gonna leave here and drive for like straight from. Can we say what state we're in? Yeah. We were gonna drive from Minneapolis to Iowa. We'll find one along the way, and we found one.
Yeah. And when you said gas station pizza, I was like, what are we talking about here? And you had hyped it up so much, but you kind of caught yourself. You're like, you got to judge it on a scale of gas station pizza.
Yes.
And I said, okay, well, if you're doing that, I don't really know how many other gas station pizzas to compare to outside of like Speedway or something like that.
Yeah, it's like being the smartest kid in the special classroom. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I definitely was going in and I'm like, okay, he's hyping it up a lot, but he brought it back down by saying, judge it on a scale of gas station pizza. So then I asked him, I'm like, okay, are we talking about like Chuck E. Cheese style pizza, or are we talking about like?
No, you can judge it. You can judge it on the standard of like massive chain pizza. You can compare it to Domino's and Pizza Hut. I hate the comments. It was like, actually, there's a fucking 400-year-old Italian man on Main Street in my town that builds the dough himself and has a brick furnace and blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, yeah, that's different. You're also paying $50 for a pizza.
Gourmet style pizza.
Yeah.
I'm talking like hot, ready, waiting there for you. Like these are the considerations of
It's
like
the best hot and ready pizza for sure.
it blows Little Caesars away.
I quickly found out, right? Going in with my doubts and then him setting my expectations of saying gas station pizza. Well, it completely blew that out of the water when I tried it. I couldn't believe how good this pizza was. Absolutely. The cheese is insane. And I knew it was going to be good because when it came out of the oven, it had those little brown spots on top of the cheese that like help keep the structural integrity of that cheese together on the pizza. Doesn't slide off. No bullshit, too much sauce. I mean, this shit was incredible.
He hasn't even had the breakfast one yet.
It completely blew
Wait till we get some breakfast
my
slices in you.
expectations.
Honestly, the bacon's incredible. People sleep on sausage.
I like the sausage.
I like the sausage a lot too. I'm
not a big fan of sausage pizza, but that's what I got. And it was incredible, which completely changed my mind.
Yeah.
Then on the car ride home, I'm like, all right, I got to dive into this video.
Yes.
I got to know what the background of this place is.
We watched the Fat Files video.
Started making pizza in the donut machine, homie.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Dude, it was so good. And it was funny because we walked in there and I was like, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember what I said. I was like, oh, how long till the pizza's ready? And the guy goes, oh, I'm making one right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not an answer.
We had a lady come in right behind us too, just pick up 2 boxes.
Pick up some to-go orders. Didn't know that's a thing you can do.
Yeah.
She picking up a little family order. They had a brisket one.
You can order delivery.
Yeah.
Well, I've got some ideas that what we're going to do here tonight.
I feel spoiled though, man, because I got that thing right out of the oven.
It was sick. But honestly, the one I had, just as good. Because there was a pepperoni, a lone warrior up there.
Yeah.
And I was like, here. I gave it to him. I was like, here. And he's like, no, I'm going to wait. And I was like, well, we're committed to whatever happens next now.
Yeah.
Like, we're staying here. And I was so nervous they were going to pull out some crazy combination of like whatever.
Yeah. I was worried when I saw homeboys in the back. I'm like,
they're not working at NASA. Like, they're not going to.
They're not putting together a spaceship, but they're putting a hell of a fucking pie together.
Yeah. And then he broke a display.
Oh yeah,
You broke the display?
of Reese's.
How could you?
Well, he just like turned and like leaned, and like the most amount of Reese's came out.
In my defense, there was a beautiful charcoal woman coming from the back of the back of the kitchen.
I'm sorry. Did you just refer to somebody as charcoal? I've never heard that in my entire life.
Man, you really are a cop, huh?
We need to read your police reports, actually.
Yeah, no.
Pull those up.
Woo!
Oh, man. You need to read my affidavits is what you need to read.
Dude, and it was so funny. She goes, "Ooh, I just clocked out."
Yeah, as soon as she heard that display hit the ground, she's like, I just clocked out. She was not having
it. Good for her.
It was hilarious. But like, we put it back together, but there was so many Reese's on the ground.
Yeah.
But really what was most interesting is no one cared about it but us.
Not a single person.
A single person. Like, not the kid behind the counter, not the guys making the pizza.
Unfazed. Like it happens all the time.
Yeah, dude. They break a lot, dude. Those Reese's.
I was like, guess those aren't for leaning on.
Yeah. But it's been good. He's never been in the Midwest. He touched 2 more states.
Yeah, got to knock off 2 states off the list, so that was cool. Got to walk into this beautiful place.
This palatial estate.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Got to meet your kids. Hilarious.
This is true.
They are. It was weird. I didn't know you had a valet. The guy who greeted us down there. Welcome to the Electrician residence. Might we take your luggage? You know, it's such a palatial. Hello.
Right.
It's like we're gonna park by the 3rd garage.
Yeah. Be sure to move your automobile over there out in front of the big house.
He's just come here to make fun of me.
No, I'm excited to see you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see you. You're all healed up. Ready for round 2?
For now.
Slim.
Whenever you want it.
No, dude, stop. I know you've got weirdness about you, and I don't want to do it. Because we can say this. I don't know when it'll come out, but we are making plans to go talk to Jocko.
Yep.
On the pod. That's in process. And one of the things, they're like, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, we want him to be on Underwhelming, and then we want to roll with him. And because he wanted me to stay when I did Jocko. He's like, do you want to go? And I was like, oh no, my flight. I'm so sorry. I got to leave. But I mean, it's kind of like a bucket list role, right?
Sure. Sounds horrible.
Yeah. It's just gonna be so uncomfortable.
It's just getting smushed
by him and Echo Charles.
Him whispering good in your ear the whole time.
So are you going in there with a plan to win, or are you going in there with a plan to survive?
Survive.
We'll see what happens. Yeah. I don't know.
Let me speak for Nick.
It's just jujitsu.
Nick's going to try and win.
It's not.
No, I mean like survive. Like
you're going to try and win.
Like it's like, hey, we're going to roll for 3 minutes.
I'm going to go in there without a plan and just do normal jujitsu things. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to.
I'm just not getting tapped out. I'm going to try my best to not get tapped out. I'm going to survive.
I want to. Yeah,
I'm defensive the entire way.
I don't want to tap out, but like if he chokes me out and I blacked out,
both of you are getting tapped out. Just so we're clear.
My hope is that he chokes me out because that's not as bad of a look as it's me being like, I guess I need this arm, just like tapping out.
Gi or no gi?
I hope gi.
He'll do gi. It's just it doesn't matter. He's going to choke me with it. Even when he did the photo, like when he put me up and I held the sign, he just like put his arm around. And I was like, I literally said to him, I was like, we're playing, right? And he was good.
Of course he did.
And he had just got it. I could feel his one arm wrap around. And I was just like, yeah, he's got a hold of me.
What school does he go to? Or what academy does he train out of?
It's his.
It's his. No, he's asking what black belt branch he's under.
Yeah.
I think he's under Herrera, but I might be wrong.
Who are you under?
I'm under Jared Fearbend, who's under Dave Camarillo.
Who's the guy that all the celebrities are under?
John Jock Machado and Dave Camarillo are like the 2 like big Hollywood type people that get brought in for like movies and stuff.
Yeah.
But like John Wick and everybody's, I believe it's John Jock Machado, the Machado brothers.
And they're legit, right? The people that train on it, they don't just give it out like a Scientology membership.
I'm not sure. I've heard in like the Hollywood crowds, because I know like Ashton Kutcher has like a purple belt or something.
Yeah.
And I know, this is the guy that plays John Wick.
Keanu
Reeves. I've heard that like with the celebrity people, there's obviously like, concerns of like ultra celebrity doesn't want to be showing up to random classes with 70 people because not only does it ruin the experience for them, but it also like distracts from the class and learning and everything. If everybody's trying to get a picture with John Wick.
Yeah.
So I've heard, I don't know that it's true, but I've heard that they have like, they do a lot of like personal one-on-one training. And because of that, they don't get a lot of like live rolling experience with white, blue, purple, brown, black belts. So I've heard they get less live rolls than average, but like they know the techniques and everything. So I'm not really sure.
Well, I guess I will announce this here. I do have a plan to get my belt. I want my blue belt and I want to get it through Nick. I don't know how long it'll take or when I should start doing it again. All I know is when I walked into that gym, it just felt like everyone was more excited to be there than I was. And they were chomping at the bits, the expression. Like they were like, ooh, you're one of Nick's internet friends, huh? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm no one. Just leave me alone. They were like, yeah, you're on YouTube with Nick.
Good.
Good. Yeah, it was like that. I've never been so happy to see a man's pec rip in my entire life. I've never been happier than when his titty ripped. I was like, oh no, the day's over. After he had just smeared me on the ground, just on the mat, like I was roadkill for like the longest 10 minutes of my life. I was like, why did I let myself get talked into this? Calvin was nice. He's like, yeah, you're doing good. I was not doing good. I survived.
Calvin's horrible to roll with.
I can tell.
It's horrible.
I can tell. He's what belt is he?
He's a purple belt.
Purple belt too. Yeah.
Damn, he's there.
He's there.
He's like my favorite.
Why?
Me and him have been friends for like a couple years before I dragged him into jiu-jitsu, and then he got way more obsessed with it than I did. He's better than me now. He's been doing it for like 5 years, and he's been more consistent. And he's 150, 160 pounds.
Yeah.
But like, forever, the black belt's in class, black belt, he rolls with the newer students, whatever. New big wrestler, D1 wrestler in an off season comes in. Okay, you're only rolling with the coaches or the experienced blue belts or whoever. Like we're picking who you're rolling with. So like every time they get to roll with me first because I'm like the highest ranking student that's a purple belt and a coach.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, roll with me. And every time it's, I do good against them. Whatever happened. And they're like, what do you weigh? I'm like 250 pounds. Oh, you got 30 pounds on me, whatever. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Go roll with the skinny purple belt over there. And he's twice as mean and it's 1,000% worse. Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. That boy's got the devil in him. Like, he's so, and I always tell jiu-jitsu guys who are just maulers because they're just so like laissez-faire, not passive, nonchalant's probably the best word. Like, he's just like, yeah, he's just a goofy guy. But like, he puts on the gi.
Is he long?
No, he's my height.
Yeah.
And he's leaner than me. Yeah, I'm 170. Yeah, 175. So he can't be more than 150.
Wow.
And he's just like sinew. Like he's just like taut. You know how he's Brad Pitt in Fight Club?
Yeah.
Like he's that type of lean.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Like, and so, and he's proficient. It doesn't bode well. But yeah, that's my plan. My plan is to come up here and get my belt.
Yeah.
Just do it in a place where like I won't get hurt by like random accountants.
How often do you plan on coming up here? That's a commitment.
So the plan is basically to come in and then like, I haven't told you this yet, but the idea I have is like come up here and like we'll probably film some of it for sure. And then just like do like chunks of hours of just like, I've forgotten a lot of it and it makes me upset because I dedicated so much time to it and everything else. But like, I don't know, like do chunks of, kind of treat it like the way those celebrity people do, like just do like chunks of it, like a 4-hour block or like a 3-hour block or whatever. And then be like, well, that's like a week's worth of classes is like the idea I have. Is that even doable?
No.
Probably not.
I was going to say, I don't think so. Man.
You're going to make me move up here for a month.
Your brain can only absorb so many techniques in a given day.
Yeah.
Plus, at least at our gym, you got to know some techniques. You got to have answers from every position, but like we care a lot more about how good you roll. So, I mean, you got to get a lot of rolls in.
They roll first.
Yep.
Everyone else does like warm-ups and like stretches and stuff. No, they're rolling and then they teach. Usually every other gym is like they teach it, like come in, you stretch.
I've seen it done a few ways like that. Yeah.
I've never seen people that roll first. Like they roll, they spar. It's not even called rolling. They're sparring. And then they're like, okay, let's teach the class now. Today we're working on,
I like it better.
I
then
get
you
it.
get to learn the techniques tired.
Yeah.
You get your heart rate up in the beginning and then it just stays up the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've kind of had an itch for it lately. I think honestly, all this came about because of the UFC.
You roll at
deal.
the end too?
Some people do. It's
Yeah.
open mat afterwards.
Because then you get to apply that. Because like you probably start off rolling, you learn a new technique, and you're like, damn, I could apply that during this session, that rolling session. And then you get another crack at it at the end.
In the open mats.
I kind of like that format, actually. That's kind of cool.
I do like it. I've just never seen it before. It was like, I thought we were going to like touch our toes.
It's like, hey, we're all adults. Come in stretched out. Like, let's get ready to work.
Exactly.
Not me. All of this is in my head because of the new UFC deal.
Oh, no pay-per-views?
Genius.
What's your thought process on it?
My thought process is it's genius and it's the one thing to take MMA mainstream. I also have thought this for a long time that it's hit the saturation point of pay-per-view, like meaning that like they can't grow to a new audience realistically. And I think it's the final thing that will make MMA like full-blown, legit, everything else.
And I think that's the argument. It's great for
I can't believe ESPN let him go though.
It's
like,
great for MMA, but is it great for the fighters?
I would say yes, because it potentially leaves them more sponsorship advertising deals, bigger audience, everything else. I mean, like unless they're on like a big ticket, no one's watching it for the most part. Like they'll probably end up having like, jumpers and shorts that look like NASCAR, like sponsors all over them. But like, I think it could legitimize the sport.
Right now they got the deal with Venom, so everybody has to wear the same, you know what I mean? So like if they get rid of that and you let them, you know what I mean? Because like NBA players make a ton of money off their shoes or whatever. You almost have to start doing that.
They need to treat it like soccer does. Soccer does that. Like the team, like if you look at like, football, like all the teams get to like basically have their own whatevers. That's how that Welcome to Wrexham show with those guys, they have like big sponsors, obviously because of Rob McElhaney and Ryan Reynolds, but like they have like Stoke or United. They got sponsored by TikTok. Like
they need to keep what they have now, but they also need a different format. Like how cool would it be if once a year we had the fucking MMA playoffs it was country versus country where you go strawweight or featherweight, whatever the lightest one is, all the way up to heavyweight, and it's just the best fighters from each country, and it's
kind of like a wrestling format.
Exactly, a tournament bracket.
Play it off.
And you play it off over 3 months or whatever, 6 months, a year, but then you've got it's going to be America, Brazil, and
any stand.
Anything that ends with the word "stan" in the finals.
Former
every year.
Soviet countries,
but still, like how cool would that be? It's like
that would be sick.
Oh, America's going up against South Korea in round 1. This is going to be a fucking highlight reel montage. Like
round 1.
They've got the Korean zombie and nobody else.
Yeah, he's on his way out too.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. Like,
what do you think? Tell me.
Yeah, so I like it and I don't. I like it for MMA, right? It does make it more mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
It does grab more of an audience because let's face it, like the casual fan is tuning in to the pay-per-view if they're at a friend's house or something like that. They're not exactly tuning into ESPN to watch Fight Night. That's for like the diehard MMA fan. So you're definitely pulling in more casuals. The problem that I have is when you're a top fighter, that pay-per-view cut that you used to get no longer exists now.
That is true.
That's so like, you're going to have, but that only affects 10 people.
Correct.
You know what I mean? That's only going to affect your Conor McGregor, your John Jones, your GSP level, Anderson Silva, like legendary status level dudes.
But if I'm that dude, I'm pissed.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, okay, these 5 dudes can make 20% less money and everybody else is going to make more for 4 years.
Communism.
But the sport's going to grow significantly more.
Well, but aren't those dudes making money outside? I've always thought that guys, when they hit that level, that's just like secondary money.
They'll just have to rework their deals, right?
Yeah.
There's also no reason that you couldn't just say, oh, well, we know that every view, we got paid $7 billion. Every view is 60 cents. if your event that you fight for brings in 10 million people, you're going to get a cut of the views.
They'll just
for
do
that
rev
episode.
share.
Yeah,
That's good. Yeah, no,
It's
that's
just
a
rev
great,
share.
that's a good thought.
That's a
actually.
smart thing,
Yeah.
because that's what I'd be going there talking to Dana. Be like, y'all got 7 Bs. We need to talk about my contract.
I definitely love to see the knockout bonuses get up then.
Yeah.
So more people take that risk.
And I want
Knockout bonuses,
more weight classes.
more weight classes. You want to complicate things?
Well, no, there's not that many weight classes.
Are you on crack?
Isn't that what?
They got rid of straw weight.
Oh, never mind.
Like, I don't, yeah.
You could maybe make an argument for splitting up heavyweight, have a heavyweight and a super heavyweight, because 206 to 265 is aggressive.
Is it? Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of then.
Like, you could split that up and be like 206 to 235 and then 235 and
Yeah.
above. You'd probably have a lot more interesting stuff going on, because it seems like, with the exception of like mega freaks like Brock Lesnar, once you get up past like 235, it's just there's a rate of diminishing return on size,
Yeah.
because all the greatest heavyweights of all time are right around
Yep.
235, 240. Cain Velasquez, Stipe,
Yep.
Daniel Cormier, John Jones.
Dude, John Jones is such. Seeing him and Stipe fight, me and Tyler went. So GovX sent me and Tyler to watch him in Madison Square Garden. Post-election, the Justice Squad came in there. Trump came in there. They had a full like promo where 45 turned to 47 and the roof blew off the fucking building. It was insane. He did a walkout like it was WWE with Dana, Kid Rock, JD Vance, RFK, Tulsi, all this stuff. And then John Jones put on an absolute clinic and hit him with that spinning back kick right in the liver. And then he did the dance.
What was it like hearing those connections
It was
from
wild.
two massive humans?
First off, to anyone, if you get a chance to go to UFC, do it. Also, don't go as early as me and Tyler did. That was a horrible idea. We got there, doors opened at 6. We got there at 6:30. We didn't leave until like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. It was a day. Like, we were in Madison Square Garden for a day. Like, he's hurting. I'm leaning on his chair. Like, we're just trying to get out of there. But you can hear the cracks. The crowd's into it. I didn't know the crowd was. They do countdowns for like over and under the bets. Did you know they do that?
No.
They're like 10, 9, because they're just betting that it'll go into the second round or the third round, however it applies.
That's cool.
And so like the whole crowd knows because they're all betting on it. And so they're doing that the whole time. And then Trump and all them come out and the place just loses their
I'm
mind.
going to be honest. The best part of COVID, not a lot of good parts. The best part by far, UFC during COVID was fucking epic.
Those empty arenas.
Empty arenas, and every punch just sounds like a fucking car wreck. Dude, the greatest fight of all time is COVID, Justin Gaethje versus Tony Ferguson.
Oh
and
my
it just
God.
sounds like a repeated car crash.
forgot
Every time Justin Gaethje hits him. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Where were they? Were they like in Dubai when they did that? Or
It was the Apex.
the Apex?
Yeah, in
Okay.
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Or no, it was in Dubai, right?
I thought it was
'Cause
the
they did
Fight
the
Island?
Fight Island.
Yeah.
Fight Island. Yeah, they're right. Yeah.
Yeah, because they were doing that because the NBA did the bubble thing and they did Fight Island. Yeah, I forgot about that. He hasn't fought since, has he?
Who?
Ferguson?
No, he's had a couple fights after that.
He hasn't.
I got a crazy Tony Ferguson story. So,
Please.
yeah, I was on my way back. I think I was in the military at the time. Yeah. And I can't remember what school I had went to. I was in Georgia. Gosh,
Army,
what school was
Georgia,
I in?
infantry.
Oh, I think it was like SLC, like a leadership course.
Okay.
So I was on my way back. I'm on a Southwest flight, and I notice this is like early Tony Ferguson, right? He had just signed with Brock Lesnar's team.
Okay.
I forgot who he was under at the time. But anyway, he walks in, he's got a backpack on, and I noticed the cauliflower ear. So he trained out of Oxnard, California, which is where I'm from.
Shout out Oxnard.
Yeah. He was with like the Knuckleheads gym at the time.
Hell yeah.
And he sits in front of me, dude. Like, and I'm like, oh dang, that's Tony Ferguson.
Hell yeah.
And so we get on the flight, we're flying, and I leaned over and I was like, hey, Tony Ferguson. It's like, hey man, like, you had a good fight. He had just got done beating Eve Edwards. It was like the biggest fight up to that point in his career. It's honestly, I think what put him on path to just have that run that he did.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's like, oh, you know who I am?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, dude, like you're Tony Ferguson. So the server comes by. It's like, you want anything to drink? And I was like, yeah, can I get like a sugar-free Monster? Do you guys have that? And they're like, yeah, we do. I was like, oh, cool. Weird, right?
Yeah, that's actually crazy.
So he goes, hey man, can you give me one too? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Sure. I was like, yeah, can I get 2? So I got him a sugar-free Monster, like the blue can. And he goes, thanks, man. And he like drinks it and he goes, hey, I'm about to fall asleep. He's like, if anybody tries to get crazy around here, you got my back? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'll just wake you up and you can whoop everybody else's ass. Like, you're counting on me? Like, all right, whatever. And
where were y'all flying?
I like how you're one sugar-free Monster away from being like life or death reliable with Tony Ferguson. It's literally the story of how dogs came into existence. Just rabid wolf comes out of the forest. You want a fucking pork chop, buddy? Come here.
Yeah.
Let me turn you into a pug. Like,
dude, it is crazy. It's the most random fucking story. And so he puts his head down. 5 minutes later, he goes, you see that lady over there? And I was like, yeah. He's like, she looking at me crazy? I was like, that's the surfer that gave us the sugar-free Monster. Like, she's good, bro. Like, she's all right. So he puts his head back down and we get ready to land.
This entire story is like dialogue from like Oblivion or some RPG video
Dude,
game.
it's so crazy. So then check this out. He starts digging in his bag. He's like, oh, the UFC gave me this. They gave me this iPad, like whatever. And then he pulls out the gloves that he beat Eve Edwards. He's like, hey, these are the gloves I beat him with. He's like, you want them? And I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So he gives them to me. And I'm like, oh, dude, I put them on my tray. We're getting ready to land. So they're like, oh, put the trays up. I put the trays up. I grab the gloves and they're in my lap. And he goes, hey, man, I'm actually going to need those gloves back. Like, those are actually pretty special to me.
Dude, are you sure this is Tony Ferguson?
Yes, bro. This is the most Tony Ferguson story.
If I didn't trust you, I'd be like, Blas just talked to a homeless man.
Yeah, dude. So I was like, yeah, man, sure, you can have them back. And he's like, thanks, man. They're just really special. You get it, though.
Then why did he give them?
And the next thing you know, we land and he's gone and that was it. And I was like, this is the weirdest dude I've ever met in my life.
Everything about him is so clear to me now.
Yeah.
Like his like parkour run in jeans and a shirt. You know what I'm talking about? The clip?
Oh,
like,
dude.
Also, it sounds like he was suffering from massive amount of brain injuries this entire conversation.
Brother, and that's early on in his career. That only got worse.
Yeah, he had to bump a sugar.
Yeah, dude.
She looking at me weird?
I'm like, that's the lady that just gave us these monsters.
That's the flight attendant.
But also looking
dude,
at you weird because you just chugged a Monster and took a nap.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm also just like, brother, I'm sure you made more than I made in my entire year off that.
Aren't you sponsored by Monster?
Yeah.
Actually,
Dude, it blew my mind.
He's like, oh yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna need those monsters back too.
bro. Somebody stopped me at the airport because they recognized me,
Yeah,
and they're like, "Are you the guy?" I was like,
they won't say fat.
They won't say fat. Like nobody likes to say fat electrician for
Oh,
some
yeah.
reason. Like it's gonna offend me.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, it's my twin. And we had like, it was probably like 3 minutes, a 3-minute conversation of me pretending that I was my own twin brother. And then I was like, it just kept going.
Yeah.
And then I like weaseled in there. I was like, yeah, I know it's crazy. We got matching tattoos and everything. And then he's just like, I'm a fucking idiot.
That's awesome.
Dude, it's funny you say that because bam, 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 big announcement. The boys are going on tour. Ooh, Geneva
This is
suggestion.
This is true.
One of my favorite tour memories is, us coming out of Atlanta, and then they sent us to like no man's land. You remember that?
What part?
Because you didn't have pre-check, you just had clear, and they were like, you can't go. They sent me and Nick to like a whole different part of the building.
Oh yeah. We had to like go down an escalator and it was like an underground tunnel. I felt like I was going into a military base to get through the line and clear to get into the airport.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it was weird. But I remember just like all of us going to this bar and we're like hanging out. We're right next to the gate. And then you would turn and then like more Brandon, Cody, Eli, Rich, Connor. Everyone starts showing up. Jake. Everyone starts showing up. Chase, the crew. And then like people they would stop and they would just be like, what the They were like processing it all. Cause like if you see one of them in the wild, you're like, I don't know. Maybe that's Nick. But then you see like, if you see Cody or Brandon or Cody, wherever one is, the other's not far. Like it's just a lot to process. And then the craziest part of all, Kevin Brittingham of Q
Walks
Rifle,
up.
he just like walks up. He's like, "What are you guys doing here? I just got back from South Africa, which I own a ton of." And like,
My ranch in South Africa that's almost the size of Delaware,
Yeah.
the state.
and it was just like all of us there, and it was like the craziest moment. I was like, "This is insane." And then we went to Boston.
That is crazy.
But just seeing people be like, "What the?" Because it's just like they're processing it in real time. That was like, oh, this is beyond SHOT Show. A SHOT Show, you kind of expect like a certain level of energy.
Yeah.
Not in the Atlanta airport. It was a good time.
It was good. It's fun.
Are you excited about the tour?
Excited for the Iowa show.
I know you are. What are you gonna do? You gonna do like a walkout song?
I'll just walk out like normal.
Nah, I think you gotta be
We're
like,
not gonna do nothing special.
"Mama, I'm coming home."
Yeah, what are the theatrics going to be for this time around?
I don't know.
Because Rich had a walkout moment, right? On the
He's
last
gotta
one?
he's
did
gotta have
the-
another one.
He did the
I am
the Hulk Hogan, right?
no.
It is Hulk Hogan's in the music
Hacksaw
video.
Jim Duggan.
Yeah, he came
Yeah,
out as
with
Hacksaw
the
Jim.
flag on a 2x4.
The two
Yeah.
button,
And he gave it to someone at the end of each show.
Well, the gag on the last live show was because I was in a sling
Mhm.
because I had just had surgery like 2 weeks before the first show. And then it was, Nick fell and retore his pec. He's at the hospital right now. And
Yeah.
then I walked out like 30 seconds later.
To the communist. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're doing that. I would imagine Rich is going to have another thing.
What's the story behind the poster?
Poster.
The inspiration behind the poster, the tour poster.
Oh, we just had the pictures. We had the pictures because we did the teeny guns thing for Corridor. So we have all these cool pictures of us in like period accurate World War II uniforms.
Not everyone has cool pictures. Not
That's-
everyone
is it-
who was there.
That's a sick poster.
It is. They all look great. You know who
Yeah.
doesn't look great? Me.
Hans.
Ask me what team I was on in the Tiny Guns.
What team were you on?
Not America. Christy was
The only person to serve in.
My favorite part about that whole thing, if you've never seen the Teeny Guns video, Cody Donut also plays a Nazi.
Yeah.
And there's like a very cinematic moment where like he's shot and he's sitting up against the wall, and there's like this human moment between him and Jake and the other guys that are playing the Allied forces.
Yeah.
Where he like opens the locket in his necklace and he's looking at it. And he like goes to turn it around to show it to Jake to see who it was. And it's like this heartfelt moment of like, oh, this guy's dying and he's showing me his wife or his kids or something. And inside the lock, it's a picture of Hitler. And then they shoot him. The best part is Cody kept that locket. And then he fucking lost it in an Uber. So somewhere out there, some Uber driver's going to find a Hitler locket in their
dude.
car.
What do I do? Do I turn it in? It
He's
feels like history.
Who the fuck was in my car?
It's going to end up on Pawn Stars.
Yeah.
I got a guy.
Dude, yeah. I was on Team Germany for the whole shoot, and like I told Chrissy, I was like, yeah, they asked me to come down, needs people to stand in. And she's like, okay, we'll get photos and stuff. And I was like, I'll try. And then I get there and Jake's like, well, you're playing like a German soldier. And I was like, okay. And I didn't know what the concept of
What era?
And I see Nick. Nick looks like a total babe. Brandon's hot as hell. You know, Caleb didn't fit in his uniform, so he's doing like his own thing. So you couldn't tell what he was.
Caleb looked like Bane from like not the Tom Hardy Bane, the previous Bane with Poison Ivy. That's how Caleb looked, because he's just wearing the pants and a black wife beater, and he's just jacked with tattoos. He looks like the Nazi super soldier.
Dude.
And so I was like, well, what do you mean? He goes, Zach, you're gonna be a Nazi. And I was like, oh, great. And so all the photos stopped popping up, and Kirsty's like, why don't you have any photos of you? And I go, babe, what do you mean? She goes, well, everyone, she literally sent me the photo of you like around the corner. She goes, look at Nick, look at Brandon. She's like, where are the photos of you and Cody? And I go, well, here's the thing. Out of context, it's a rough photo. In context, it's an even worse photo. So I love that the Geneva suggestion poster is Cody dressed like a Nazi.
Yeah.
Can't tell from the poster. It's fine.
That's
Unless you
funny.
know what the German helmet in World War II looked like.
The unsub audience definitely knows.
Slightly different.
If
than
there's an
the Allied
audience
one.
that knows, it's them.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that was, dude, those that was a fun time at that ranch. That was actually, and then all the stuff after at the wrap.
What do you guys look forward to the most on tour? Like, what are some of your, like, you know, the things that you look forward to?
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, it's fun to do. And then it's just like, okay, I'm tired.
Yeah.
'Cause when you do it, it's like, we're going to get belligerently drunk 4 nights in a row. And it's like plane, show up, do sound check, perform, belligerently drunk, wake up the next morning hungover, get on a plane, do it all over again. And
now
like,
you're in Boston.
you're like,
That's what you were explaining. You're like, I have a newfound respect for artists.
I mean, I only did 3 of the shows, and I'm going to be hanging out with some of them. But we get to Atlanta, and I know the terms just from being in Nashville, like the industry term. So the term is load in for anyone who doesn't know. So there's the load in, equipment is being set up, the artists show up, and you're staging everything. And so we get there at like, what, 4 or 5? Show starts at 7. And then it's like, okay, where's the VIP meet and greet? One of the things we did was we passed out Pepperbox cards, you know, for all exclusive ad-free content. Go to pepperbox.tv.
this is true.
Support the gang. And so like we do that stuff. And then they do the VIP and everyone's like really excited and that's cool. And then we have to eat and then the show starts. Show's great. It's hanging out with your friends. But then it's like, okay, we have to leave and go to the next place. But it's literally impossible to like lay down.
I know exactly how to explain this to you. You know, when you were at the recruiter's office for the military, what you thought the military would be like, it's that. It's
That's
what
true.
you thought the military was going to be like.
Yeah.
It goes by in one quick blur and you're like tired and exhausted by the end of it.
Yeah.
But you got a bunch of cool pictures and cool videos and you had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, I just have like memories of like all of us hanging out at, you know, in the lobbies of hotels laughing. Or
The
like,
funniest one was the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight.
yeah.
Jake
wasn't
Paul,
there
Mike
for that
Tyson.
one.
We finished our show and their fight started like 30 minutes later. We went back to the hotel room and we logged into the free computer in the hotel lobby and watched the Logan or Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. And then like a random fan is like, "Is that donut operator?"
Yeah.
"Yeah, what's up, bro? We're just eating like Little Caesars pizza in the lobby." And he's like, "What are you doing here?" Like, "Oh, we just did a live show." He's like, "Oh," and we're like, "Yeah, you want some pizza and watch a fight?" And then he just like sat down and ate pizza and watched the fight with us.
That dude was hype.
That's a story,
it
bro.
was cool.
Yeah,
That's a
super
story.
Cool.
But like you get to, I mean, like going to Boston was cool. Playing at the Wilbur Theater, that's incredible. You know, you see all the people that have been there. Going to Buffalo and watching Rich shine was just like the only thing that would have made that moment more perfect is if the head coach of the Buffalo Bills came out and signed Rich on the spot.
I got to throw Rich through a table with my non-dominant hand, with my dominant hand in a sling.
Yeah, and he's doing like their chants that he knows, all of them. You know,
Dude, that was the coolest thing. Like from a fan perspective and being in the audience, watching the crowd interactions was incredible, dude. Like the inside jokes that you guys have with like your audience was incredible to see like in person. I was blown away.
watching Collazo get a standing ovation in Nashville.
That was cool.
That's so cool. Like watching the boy get some love from the town that he protected. I was like, this is awesome.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a good time. It's, you know, hey, I want to be a rock star. every, you know what? But this is, I'm excited because I want to see the Iowa show. And you know who's going to have a time? Papa Electrician. He's going to be having a time.
He's going to be pumped.
I'll be excited if he makes it through the first hour.
I got a special surprise lined up for Iowa.
Oh, that's great.
Teaser. A teaser. Oh, baby. I can't wait. I know. Speaking of surprises.
Oh, no.
Speaking of the boy finally announced it. We've all been sitting on it. He's back in the race. Brandon Herrera's running. Tony, this is your warning. Get off now.
I've only known for 6 months. Yeah.
Wait, went 1, carried the 2, January?
I'm pretty sure we asked him when he came to visit Nashville if he was going to go again.
We did ask him on the pod. We did ask him on the pod, and then he's like, yeah. I mean, because, I mean, my assessment of why he should have done it, and apparently the parties as well, is like, he did all that by himself. And so they're like, well, seems like we got something.
Right.
Here.
Well, I mean, it was basically like what really like cost him the election was you have all the, like Republican groups that donate money to candidates.
Yes.
That just like by default. And so for them, they were looking at it like, oh, here's some nobody YouTuber that's running against an incumbent who statistically has a 94% chance of winning. We're just going to give our money to that guy because he's going to win anyways. But now he's coming into it a second time and they're like, oh, this guy got outspent 10-1 and the incumbent only beat him by 400 votes. We politically like this guy more. We're going to give him our money.
Yeah.
And we can actually make a difference. So he has that going for him going into this race.
He's got political experience at this point now too, right?
Yeah.
People know exactly where he stands.
Right.
I mean, a big tell to me prior to him telling anyone or him sharing it with everyone was when I was like, hey, Brandon's at the inauguration. Like, he usually don't invite runners up to inaugurations. And I was like, oh, I hope he makes the Las Vegas show in time. And he did. But like,
walked on stage with his carry-on.
with his backpack. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But no, I'm so excited for him. It's just so cool to see it. I mean, I love the guy. Everybody loves him. But like, my biggest thing is that, people talk a lot about like politics and, standing up and fighting for your country or fighting for what's right. But like, I hope people realize this and take it into context when they look at him as Brandon Herrera, the congressman. He has literally nothing to gain and so much to lose. He
really doesn't.
He has nothing but downside. And he's still like, I want to do it. People are like, oh, well, he'll get more money. Like he's hit the point. Like he's gonna lose money.
He has to like divest from his companies, and he's not gonna be allowed to make money the same way he does. Like if he wins, it's gonna cost him a lot of money. It's crazy.
But that's how much he believes in fighting for the country.
Right.
And like that's pretty fucking cool. Like everybody talks about it, but like.
But that's how the whole system was designed to work.
Originally.
The system was supposed to be, hey, really successful people that want to be a public servant and do good by their country are going to go and do that and serve 2 years or whatever, 4 years, and then get out.
It was 2-year term, right?
It's a 2-year term, but like you're supposed to go serve 2 or 4 years as a duty to your country, not I'm going to go be a lawyer and then I'm going to do 2 cases and then I'm going to run for Congress because I have buddies that are lawyers and then I'm going to be in Congress for 70 fucking years and my spouse is going to rack up $150 million brokerage account. Like that's never how this was supposed to work.
What are you talking about?
Half of Congress.
talking about Gavin Newsom's aunt? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. And a bunch of others. There's Republicans that do it too. It's bullshit.
Oh no, they all do it. They all do it. The only difference is their tie color. They all do it.
Yeah.
I mean, what's his name? Crenshaw. Like he's walked out of stuff when they're like, you don't do this. And I mean, I don't know. Isn't he one of the, right?
I haven't dug into it too deep. So I'm not saying like with any degree of certainty, but yeah, I've heard he's done really well with his stock portfolio and really likes to deny it.
Yeah. That's pretty much all you need.
From what I've heard.
Yeah. He's a little bit of a disappointment.
Yeah. I mean, all I have to say is like, it'll be nice to see someone in office fighting for our rights who's not like, time to boost up some trades, like he's literally has to stop doing a lot of the stuff that he's doing now. And like, I mean, it's so funny too. Cause like we all know Brandon and like, I feel like everyone's going to actually get to see like who Brandon really is. Like he like really is a patriot. He really cares about stuff. And like, again, he has nothing to gain from it. So like he's got my support. Sucks to be Tony Gonzalez again. Probably always has, but it definitely is worse now.
Sucks to be his intern for sure.
Yeah. Those have got to be rough meetings. Hey, how's it going? Well, they have a new nickname for you, sir.
You know what a ratio is?
Yeah.
They are dunking on us bad, sir.
Sir, you eating corn the long way is a euphemism for...
There's a lot of talk about moaning.
Tony moans when he wipes is trending on Twitter, actually.
Right now, we can't. We called them. They won't listen. It just keeps happening.
Jeez.
Keeps happening. It keeps happening. Keeps happening. Good. It's only going to heat up, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, just wait.
There's my binder boy.
I got surprises.
There's the binder boy.
I got surprises.
Oh. Surprises.
Christmas will be fun.
There's an Easter egg.
Sounds like a big lump of coal for Tony. Sounds like Tony's gonna be hurting. Speaking of binders, what's the deal with Buffalo? Where are we at with that?
I spoke with the lawyer that's doing the investigation, third-party lawyer.
That's who you turned over your binder to,
Yeah,
right?
so I went and had a copy made of it, turned the binder of everything I had over to him, and then got him in contact with like the best 5 witnesses that I had. And supposedly he's digging into it. I have no idea what the timeline is on something like that. And, you know, they really, the shitty part is Buffalo Schools says they're going to release the information to the public, but at the end of the day, Buffalo Schools is paying the lawyer. So if they decide they're not going to release it, there's nothing that lawyer can do. So in theory, if they don't like the results they get, they can just not release it to the public. So
How does that work?
Huh?
How does that work where they don't have to release the results?
Because they don't have to. They're the ones that paid the lawyer. The
It's
lawyer
an
works for
internal
them.
investigation.
Yeah, it's an internal investigation. So they
That's
said
right.
they're going to release the results, but guess what? That was the last superintendent, and it's a new superintendent. Maybe he makes a different decision and blames it on that. So we're going to find out.
You think somebody takes the fall though?
Probably the
You think
last one.
they pin it on somebody? Just like let somebody go. This superintendent.
I don't know, and I don't know that it would do any good to do a singular person because it's just it's literally the culture. Because like I interviewed teachers that have been there for 25 years, and they're like, it's always been this way. It's always been a series of downplaying violence or bad things happening because we don't want to make the school look bad. So you got to figure out a way to change the whole culture of a massive organization. I mean, they got 60,000 students in Buffalo School District and like 60 schools. So be tough.
Did it ever gain any traction from the mayor at all? Like,
No, mayor didn't want to touch it. District county attorney didn't want to touch it. I got an alarm set in like 3 years when he goes to rerun. So
Yeah.
he's going to regret that.
That's awesome, man. As far as like cooperation from, I guess, the school, you said you did interview several teachers and they were openly talking about it.
Yeah.
And
There's teachers that have been fighting against it for years. I mean, I found.
so you guys were probably like a breath of fresh air, right? Like this is probably the most.
Oh, they were excited to talk to me. He's like, I've been trying to say this at the, parent teacher meetings, but they only give you 60 seconds to talk and then they cut you off and they interrupt you the whole time. And then that's it. And only the 50 parents in there, if they were listening, are the ones that heard. And he's like, you guys just told 1 million people.
Yeah.
So
That's incredible.
hopefully something happens.
Yeah, it was a real. I mean, for me, it was like a like you said, a breath of fresh air, and I'm sure they felt that way too. Of like the community really coming together and just firebombing every Buffalo platform. Like my Facebook page is still like the top follower on the WKBU like news channel, whatever 8.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, hey, thanks for being here. And they would just, it's funny because like every morning I would like roll out of bed and just be like, just writing stuff. And then it was always like, we're here from Unsub. We're here from Unsub. And then the guy, Ed, would like, he would read, he wouldn't see, like at first you couldn't tell. He's just reading comments and he'd be like, oh, that's a normal person. That's a normal person. Then it'd be like, we know what you did with the kids. We know what you did. And his eyes would just like get like this real quick. And he's like, yeah. And like, he just skip over it. And then every time I would write something, because I became a top, I got that Facebook creator top fan badge. It hit the top of the comments every time. So I was just like hammering it. And I would just send Rich like screen recordings of me just going crazy. It was a lot.
Good.
It was a good time.
Ed Dronch.
I wonder what he's up to.
Same.
Yeah. Dang it. I mean, they've got to be glad it's over, at least for now.
For now.
It's just, the other thing it was for me, what was really fascinating about the whole thing was it was a real world example of like legacy media not understanding and like they're not legitimate. They're like real disdain for all of us.
Yeah.
As of them being like, they were just burping and like,
Yeah.
you know, like I've talked to Rich before, and you have too, and I think all of us have actually. When he's like really talked about some of the stuff that he's seen, like those stories he shared on that episode. Like sometimes I'll talk to him, or I'll talk to Blas, or I'll talk to Mike, and I'll be like, tell me some of the things that, like, you know, what a bad day at work looks like. Cause it's, you know, I really want to know. But, you know, Rich is like pouring his heart out, and they're like, well, he burped, so we're just not going to care about what he said. Not like, what about the children? What about the children?
Right.
They were like, well.
Yeah, they were clearly concerned about the wrong thing.
Yeah, they have a real Roblox
They're just
policy
deflecting
over there.
They're just deflecting, right? They're trying to discredit you guys.
Yeah, because you didn't talk to the journalists, the real truth tellers.
Didn't work. I said it on the podcast, and I feel like I got it correct.
Yeah.
You guys, people listen to you guys because of your job. I have this job because people listen to me.
Yeah.
Is the perfect summation of that.
You should honestly make that a shirt. Well, hopefully your shirt sales do well.
See?
We'll see. Sherwin Williams. Sherwin Williams with shirts. Eventually, there's going to be a direct link between Nick's shirt sales and global pollution. Like, it's going to be part of the plastic patch in the ocean.
This could be like, what's that company that just produces all the fashion clothing and they just like throw it away when the new fashion, is it Shein or whatever? Where it's just like, here's the landfill where they throw away all their brand new clothes. It's just a mountain of fucking t-shirts.
Just a mountain of ducks.
You need to find that landfill because my daughter's wearing me out with that shit.
Brother, I've never felt so seen. I've never felt so seen. We are, between that and Amazon, they have that, man. We're doing great. We're doing great.
Shein, this is only $10. This is only this dollars. I'm like, yeah, but when you have 30 items in the cart,
it's pretty easy. They pick it up quick, don't they? Yeah. The youngins, they pick up the online shopping quick. It's all right. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. I love them though.
I did a video on Crocs. I was talking smack about you.
How did that happen?
Huh?
Also another business I told you I learned about in business school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
You learned about Crocs in business school?
This is 2000. I went in business school in 2015. So Crocs was a big thing because it was not where it is now. Yeah, go ahead. It was not where it is now, but you know, they made it initially for people on boats, blah, blah, blah. And it was plastic injectable molding. And then like, it was mainly just like dad stuff. But in the recent years, post 2020 is when they did like the Post Malone collabs.
So I do the whole theory on why they're successful now.
Why?
So they had their original fad in like 2003 to 2006.
Yeah.
Where they got their little bump and they were popular, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they fell off. They went from like $70 a share down to $1 a share. Almost went bankrupt for like 10 years straight. Barely kept the business open, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they made it to 2018 and shit just exploded again.
Yeah.
And my theory is what made it explode again is all the little kids that were 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 whose parents were too fucking lazy to tie their shoes and put socks on them and bought them Crocs instead and sent them to school with these ugly ass fucking shoes on.
Yeah.
Are now the teenagers that determine what's cool.
Yeah.
And they're like, fuck you, these are comfy. And then Crocs is like, oh, we're going to help them make this cool. Then they started collabing with Post Malone and Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, we're going to get fucking sports teams involved. We're going to have a licensing agreement with this and that. And then I'm like, okay, so now it's popular again. So Crocs did something genius. They did a licensing deal with Disney. So now my kids are out here wearing fucking Hot Wheel Crocs and Minecraft Crocs, and they've got Lightning McQueen Crocs and Shrek Crocs and all this shit. So now Crocs aren't the ugly shoes you wear to school anymore. They're cool for the little kids. So they've got the upcoming adults, they've got the next generation, and then even if you hate Crocs right now, guess what? They're going to fucking slap on your feet as soon as you hit an old folks home. Like everybody's going to be wearing Crocs. Crocs are going to take over the world.
They were made to be non-slip shoes, like on a like a crab boat.
And they're like
pennies on
whatever the diabetic certification is for the health association or whatever. They're like therapeutic shoes also. Like,
yeah, there's something about how it doesn't like, it's basically like it's good for your feet when you have like compression socks and stuff on. Yeah. It doesn't like restrict because your feet expand and swell and they go back to normal and like all this stuff. I hate you've like Nick has like literally done like business school behind my back. He just needs to go there so he can teach a class. Like I sat through hours and hours of this stuff, and he's like, bah, bah, bah. And then what? When'd you dunk on me in this?
Oh, when I was talking about how, the little kids that wore Crocs to school, now they're the teenagers that make it popular. And I basically allude to, I think I did. I might have edited it out and kept it in the Pepperbox version. I'm not sure. But basically, like in my head, I was thinking about you and how teenage girls and teenagers are what makes shit cool. Because every time I hear new slang, I hear it 6 months ahead of time from you because you're hanging out with your fucking daughters all the time. You're the first person to ever say, I don't like how they move or I don't like the way they move, which is now like common lexicon referring to anybody doing anything. I heard that from you 8 months ago and now it's on fucking Love Island and everybody's saying it.
Yeah, they're moving differently. Yeah,
exactly.
I don't like that. Yeah.
They're like code switching.
Exactly. Like,
boss, stop, dude.
all the new slang I hear from him secondhand from his teenage daughters.
It's funny because what I hear from him, I go and test out on my kids. Because the other day, that's when I used code switching. I was like, oh, damn. Like, my wife she's like code switching on us. And then my daughter started laughing. And I was like, oh, you know what that is? Huh?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, shit.
It's just like they'll say stuff and I'll be like, what does that mean? And they'll like make fun of me if I use like old definitions. So I'm glad that all my friends think it's cool.
Well, they try to bring up old shit too. Well, like if it's from their era.
Yeah, well, but like they have new meanings for everything. And so my code switching is just because I don't want to get made fun of in a house full of women because they're brutal. Like they're monsters. The boys, they'll hit me. They'll leave me alone. Uncle Zach's the best. They're on Uncle Blas now. That's fine. I'm great with that. They could hit each other. They'll be okay. But girls, they'll like bring up stuff that like I had forgotten about. Like this is what a girl can do to you. You're wearing that? You sure? That'll rearrange my month. I thought you liked this shirt. Oh, I used to like that shirt. I mean, my friends are coming over. Okay, I'll just go in my room.
This is why Zach has Papatui eye cream.
Hey, you know what? Ointment's looking a little low in the bathroom. I can
tell Hannah she'll get you more.
No, please stop. I can't have guys message me about Papatui anymore. I can't have guys because of Hannah.
Why not?
It's very kind. It's very kind. She's an incredible hostess. We'd love to have her on the podcast someday. We'd love to have Hannah on Underwhelming so we could talk about her podcast, 30 Crying and Trying, available wherever your podcasts are sold. But we'd love to have her on here.
We're not going to bring her on here.
We're not going to bring her on here?
No.
You don't think she'll do it?
Huh?
Maybe she'll do it.
I don't want her to do it.
You know, I do.
It's going to expose me.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, Crocs. It's so funny. Like Crocs was a thing we talked about in business school, Aldi, and we've talked about that.
Yeah, I was against Crocs too when they first came out. And then I slid them on my feet and
There's only two kinds of people in the world, people that hate Crocs and people that used to hate Crocs.
Yeah.
They are comfortable as hell. They're insanely comfortable.
I mow my lawn in them.
Really?
Yeah.
I went and bought a pair for the video. I put it on camera for the first time. It's not good.
Not good how much you liked it or not good how it felt?
I've been strategically avoiding Crocs my entire adult life for the same reason I avoid cocaine. I'm scared of how much I'm going to like it. Yeah. And I was correct because King Arthur couldn't pull me out of them bitches. They're fantastic.
That's awesome. Can I be honest? You would love the Bolivian. I know you pretty well. Hey, stay away from it. You would. You think that board's filled up over there now? It would be filled up with ideas. Venezuela, can I buy it? I don't know. Question mark. I might have to get some. Did you get the ones, the donut ones, the donut collab ones?
No, I did not.
I kind of want those so bad. Just because he sent a photo. Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme Crocs. They got a donut on them.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. It's insane. It's good stuff. I need some Crocs now. I'm gonna have to get some.
That's literally what they wear to school. It's like sweats and Crocs.
All of them. Yeah, sweats and Crocs. Athleisure's really big. It's yeah.
I love when old people get all mad about that shit. Like everybody's walking around. Nobody's professional anymore. Like the one that gets me is like I saw a meme bitching about how young kids today will never know what it's like to go on an airplane, and it's the flight itself is like an experience because like back in the day, everybody used to get dressed up and shit. And it's like, well, yeah, back in your day, you didn't have to go through the fucking Dick Scanner 5000 and take your shoes off.
You got to hang out before a flight.
Yeah, you guys were smoking and drinking and sexually harassing the stewardess. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Things used to be cool. I mean, different. Things used to be different. Like it used to get on a plane, have a party, you know? Hey, I'll take a little smoke. Why not? I mean, there has to be a direct correlation when we took smoking off of planes and then our society just taking a downfall. Because there was no rules. Now, every plane I get on, I'm in a tank top and shorts, and like me and Blas were on the flight, and like we're stretched out like this, just trying to like let in some air. But everyone is fascinated by the windows, and they just want to look outside at what other planes waiting to leave. And then we take off, and what do you see? That flat ass thing we call Earth, which is not round, it's flat. You know it. Don't deny me the firmament. I'm a truther. The Earth is flat. This is my favorite thing to think about. It's my favorite thing. Dude, listen to me. The reptiles are running this earth. We have to fight them. Nick believes in aliens, though.
I legitimately think that the CIA created the flat earth conspiracy to make all other conspiracy theories look fucking stupid.
That makes sense, honestly.
Yeah, it really does.
I do follow this like one account that I'm convinced is just it's something like Flat Earth Truth on Twitter. I'm convinced it's just like rage baiting people. I don't even really pay attention to what he posts. I just go straight to the comments.
Fucking video on YouTube of like a 4-hour flight, and it's a video of a 9-inch torpedo level on the tray in front of his seat, and it's level the whole time. And that was his evidence that the earth was flat. Like, motherfucker, you can't set a door with a 9-inch torpedo level, and you just tried to level the planet. Like, what are we talking
Does
about?
that just mean it was balanced, that the flight wasn't like
the
this?
plane was level, yeah.
The plane was bubble?
Yeah, no, apparently that's proof that the earth is flat, I guess.
Yeah, I bet that video has millions of views.
Yeah.
Like an astronomical amount of views. People being like, I knew it. I knew it. I want you to tell me about the San Francisco thing.
Weigart Tower.
Yeah.
San Francisco put up, I believe it's a 19 or 17 story high-rise building to be affordable housing. And I don't remember the exact amount of units it had. I think it was like 178 units, studio apartments. Guess how much money this building costs?
178 units. California. Give me no, don't give me a reference point. I'm thinking of Nashville. Oh, hang on. 15 million? Okay. This is affordable housing?
Yep.
50 million? What the fuck? 150?
Getting there.
What do you mean getting there? It's affordable housing.
19-story high-rise building, 278 apartments.
Okay.
228 studio units, 47 one-bedroom units, and 3 one-bedroom units reserved for on-site property managers. The tower cost approximately $165 million, with the average unit costing $600,000 per studio apartment.
You ever heard of Tammany Hall in New York?
No.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
The government can't not fuck anything up.
No, they can't.
I mean, you guys joke about how nice my house is. My house is about the price of a studio apartment in this affordable housing complex, and it's a 5-bedroom house. You could have just bought all 278 people one of these houses in the Midwest and moved them out here. You know what I mean? Or
Like,
crazy idea, you could have bought them all a studio apartment or a 1-bedroom house, and then you could have housed 10 times as many people.
So let me ask you this question.
Go ahead.
Why does it cost so much?
Because California is a regulatory nightmare. California is such a regulatory nightmare that, and it's so hostile to businesses that in order for Costco to be able to put up more Costcos, okay, think about this. Costco, the place that serves cheap food in bulk, the demographic of people that are constantly bitching about food deserts and not having healthy food readily accessible make it so difficult for Costco to get involved and to open a new store that Costco has to build a fucking Costco and then build a story of apartments on top of it so it can be classified as affordable housing. So they're not opened up to all the regulatory bullshit. Otherwise, it's impossible to open a fucking Costco in California. That's what Costco's having to go through just to be able to open up a fucking grocery store. That's insane.
Not according to Gavin Newsom, right? And that's kind of what the whole thing was. And
I mean, they've lost one of their biggest, restaurants. Like the In-N-Out headquarters is moving to Nashville,
she said she's
Tennessee.
literally moving to our town.
Her family is moving to Nashville, Tennessee.
She said, I don't want to raise a family here.
Yep.
A billionaire, big B. She's like, I don't want to raise a family here.
Their roots are from California too. Like,
well, and the whole thing that's like, and I think Sean did the best he could, and like his idea was just to try and talk to someone, have a real human conversation. But it's as soon as the fucking cameras turn on, that guy hit a gear that, like, you can tell that like he'd been like training, and because like when like that's one of the things, he's like, California's leaving. He's like, that's not true. Here's this stat, and then it was just a bunch of that. He's like, this many people are coming in, and which the rebuttal should have been, but where are they coming from?
mm-hmm.
Are they coming from this country or are they coming from another country? Yeah. Why are all these things happening?
Well, it's the same thing he's doing right now with the training to gain extra seats in California. The redistricting.
What is that called? Gerrymandering?
Gerrymandering is like, there's no clear definition. Gerrymandering is redistricting for the purpose of disenfranchising some voters over others. So it's like debatable. The difference is the Department of Justice, Texas has already been gerrymandered. Like if you look at the district, one of the blue districts, it's like half of Austin, and then it goes down and it follows a highway. It's like Austin, and it's a little tiny itty bitty line that goes all the way down, and then it eats up half of San Antonio to get a Democratic seat in Texas. Like it was already gerrymandered, and the DOJ said, this is unconstitutional. That's ridiculous. There's not even a geometric shape that kind of resembles.
Yeah.
That's clearly bullshit. You guys need to redistrict this and do it the right way. Yeah. And then he's like, well, if they're going to do it, we're going to do it too, which is already ridiculous because California is already gerrymandered because I think it's like 42% of California votes Republican and they have like not even a third of the seats. Like it's already disproportionately gerrymandered to favor Democrats anyways. So it's whatever.
Yeah, it's weird because like I hate to say this. California is pretty cool. I mean, honestly, you both grew up there in different parts of it.
I have family who still lives there.
Every time I go to San Diego, I'm not like, this place sucks. I'm like, this is awesome. The weather's nice, food, great. The laws are an absolute nightmare. All the other stuff, the crowds, like.
Not a fan. I want to live somewhere where if you're not smart enough to bring a coat, the weather will kill you. I like natural selection to have a say.
You have picked it.
Good.
You have picked a place.
That was my goal.
Yeah, it was.
Every year, somebody freezes to death. Every year.
Every year?
Every year. It's the same fucking story.
Good.
Every time.
Is that you? Good.
Every time. Every time. It's like, Donnie went out to check the mail and in his fucking pajama pants and it's -30 out. And then he accidentally locked himself out of his house and he lives 15 miles out of town away from anybody else and he froze to death. It's like, fuck.
Oh, wow.
I'm breaking a fucking window at that point.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be a dick. If he wasn't smart enough to figure out how to break a window, that's on him.
Yep. Send him back to the Lord. Send him back. It's funny because we drove here and I was like, it's kind of cool. I was like, we were talking. I was like, it's kind of cool. There's a lot of nothing. I was like, but if a tire goes out, we're fucked. Like,
no, you're not.
Well, I mean, like, we're on the interstate, but, like, what I'm saying is, like, there's,
cars are stopping to help you.
Really?
In Iowa, 100%.
We were not in Iowa during this time.
Yeah, you covered this on the Pew
the entire
episode.
Midwest. We were driving back because I took the family out to South Carolina for the Cody thing.
The Cody thing.
And we were driving back. So it was me, my wife, my kids, my mom. And
I didn't know y'all drove.
Well, we drove up to the airport.
Okay, yeah.
So we're driving back home from Minneapolis and I'm following them in my truck because I had to meet up with them for a different flight or whatever. So it's my mom, my wife, and 2 kids in the car in front of me. And they just get off on a random exit with like nothing there. It's just fucking cornfields. And I pull over and I'm like, oh shit, something's wrong. And I get out and they're like, no, Cash, my 2-year-old, and
Yeah.
like he has to pee right now.
Yeah.
So we
Been
just
there,
like pulled
brother.
over on the side of the road, let him pee. Fucking over the course of my 2-year-old peeing for 30 seconds, 2 cars came up. You okay? And stopped. And we're like ready to help.
It's kind of cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I mean, people stopped every time that I can think of. Something happened. One time, Alyssa was driving. She was turning into the school parking lot, and power just went out. It was something with the CV, whatever. It doesn't matter. She turned in, and we couldn't even get there in time because people like got out and like pushed her car.
It's good. I'm glad
into
that's
the
still
thing.
around because it's slowly dying everywhere else.
Well, I mean, do you see stuff like that? Did
No.
you see stuff like that when you were on the street?
No. People are too afraid, man. They just don't trust anybody anymore.
I
Yeah.
don't blame them. There's that one lifeguard getting sued.
What?
There was a case like a year ago. Some lifeguard is getting sued for sexually harassing a girl because he had to give her CPR because she fucking drowned. And she tried to sue him because she didn't consent.
You know what I would do? Do you want to know what I would do? Put the water back. if she's so upset about it, put the water back. She wants to complain about that. That's crazy. That's crazy that a self-respecting lawyer would take that. Was it some like 16-year-old kid at like a rec center?
Yeah.
Everybody's searching for a payday, dude.
Isn't that the problem, though? Isn't that the problem?
That's what happens when things become unaffordable.
You think that's the real reason?
I mean, that and light on crime and the woke mentality. Everybody's a victim. I mean, you could go down the list of where we went wrong. It's a rap sheet for sure.
We got rid of Sobe. That was the line.
You think Sobe's what
Have you made a
broke everything?
video on
Pinpointed.
Sobe?
That's the exact moment the world went to
Are
shit.
you in the middle of research for
No.
Sobe?
No, it's just that's when the world went to shit.
Look at me. That's
Whenever
probably, yeah, he's
whenever
probably right.
Sobe quit disappearing, I was like, man, what the fuck happened to this place? Also, I could use a Sobe. Oh, there isn't any. Coincidence? Probably fucking not. Okay. I want my
You think
lizard
Sobe
milk.
was ahead of its time?
Huh?
You think Sobe was ahead
Oh
of its
no,
time?
it's diabetes in a glass bottle.
Yeah. It's 99% green and red dye 40. Like
Yeah.
it was. I remember it had a consistency.
The only thing they did right was put it in a glass
It was
bottle.
like sweet milk.
Yeah.
It was like somebody took strawberry milk and juice.
I've got some. I want to know if y'all did this. Is a move I did back in the day. I take my Sobeys.
Almost definitely no.
Hell yeah. Take my Sobeys. Hell yeah. And then we would empty them. I mean, we drink them. And then I put highlighters, different color highlighters in each of them. And it would become like yellow, green, purple, blue, whatever. Put a black light behind it. Now we got a Sobe light fixture. Y'all never did that?
No.
Y'all never did that?
No.
Mm-mm.
Man, I was just fucking white trash, dude. I was
Yeah. There's
just poor white trash.
Yeah,
Making
yeah.
my own black lights.
What are those things called? Those big flies that we have that fly, the June bugs?
Yeah.
When we were kids in California, in the ghetto streets,
Yeah.
we used to catch those, and we used to tie fishing line to its leg, and they'd be a kite for us, dude.
Oh, you know what the kids do around here? This is like I was not a little kid in Iowa, so like
Yeah.
I didn't move here till I was like teenager.
Yeah.
But little kids around here, we have lightning bugs.
Love them. Do you call them lightning bugs or fireflies around here?
Whatever, potato, same thing.
Lightning bugs.
Lightning bugs,
That's
whatever.
what we call them, yeah.
Lightning bugs.
Didn't know this until I came to Iowa. If you grab a lightning bug, which is real easy, they're not elusive. They fly slow as shit. You can literally just go, gotcha. And you can just rip their ass off and smear it on the concrete or on the wall, and it
Yeah.
glows for hours.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Not saying it's a good thing, but that's what the kids do.
Yeah. That's what the kids do, or is that what you did when you showed up?
No, I
feel like it's what you did when you showed
kids
up.
showed me, okay?
Hell yeah. Here's what I think happened. I think you showed up and you're like, name's Nick from California. And he's like, grabbed a lightning bug and you marked one of them. You're like, I'm in charge now.
Not how that went down at all.
Oh, come on, dude. You became like an MMA fighter. He's been doing all this. You should thank Papa Electrician. I almost said all of his name. You should thank your father every single day that y'all wound up here because it made you a warrior.
Oh, God.
Locked you in this ice landlocked place. Not a lot to do. What does he do? My man starts doing BJJ. What does he else do? Boxing? Stupid stand-up game. saw it on Pepperbox.
No.
I literally texted him.
Not true.
I
Never
literally
happened.
texted him. It's like the gang does boxing. Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Something like that. Look at him popping up. He's also not fat anymore. It's all fucking bullshit.
It's the challenge, right?
It's the fitness. My whole body hurts. I can barely breathe. So much raw milk running through my veins right now. But they're all like doing the thing, and I see Nick, and he's like light on his feet. His hands are up, and I was like, this son of a bitch has got stand up too. What the?
That's awesome.
It's not true.
Yes, it is.
Nope.
Yeah. He's just saying that. So if you get weird or froggy on some shows, he just tosses you.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. He's just the whole time, just like he's just pacing, looks loose. He's just like doesn't have a care in the world. God, what else can you do? Do you have any weaknesses?
Huh?
Besides, you don't have any
muscles,
weaknesses.
apparently.
Tearing muscles. Well, remember who gave you that last one?
Yeah, it's true.
Got a little lippy.
I owe you one.
No. You don't owe me a titty tear. You don't owe me a titty tear. Come on, man. Let's not do that. Let's do the new questions. You want to do the dad questions for our new segment? We're about an hour and a half in.
Okay.
Want to do like 3 or 4 of them? Do you have them?
Yeah, got 'em. All right. What are some of the hardest moments you've had with your kids and or wives that hit your heartstrings?
Hardest moments
We're gonna end it on a sentimental note.
that hit.
No.
I have mine.
Go.
I have mine. I have both of them. I can think of. When I left for Afghanistan the first time, that was 2 days after Alyssa was born. That was the hardest moment in my life, bar none. We didn't call home. We got there and the mission launched. I didn't call home for like 90 days. That was hands down the hardest moment of my life up until that point. The second hardest moment of my life was we were in Marja getting ready. We were in Afghanistan getting ready to deploy to Marja. And Audrey had been born. And, we were in the MWR. And so Christy held her up on a Skype call. And I was like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. That was like the moment that I knew it was going to end. I was like, this might be the only way I see my daughter. And like, that was like the hardest. I was like, that's it. But yeah. Because it was jump cut a few months later. They're like, do you want to re-enlist? I was like, no. Like, no, dude. And he's like, you can be a squad leader. I was like, I'm a squad leader now. I don't. What you got? What money? Money's what good is that if I'm not here? I'm going home. But those are the hardest moments, hands down, because I was like, I can't do this anymore. That's probably the hardest moments I can think of.
And mine's probably just like when Cutter was born and I got hurt.
That's the hardest moment.
Not being able to pick up your new 4-month-old kid.
And you're scared about what you're gonna do, and you've been hurt.
Don't have money coming in.
Yeah.
Just had my first kid. Decks falling off the house. Can't use the back door anymore. So.
And you like look at Hannah
mine.
and you're like, it's okay.
I fucked this up.
Yeah. I had shortly thereafter, I would say that another hard moment was when I was in my mother-in-law's house. Shout out to my mother-in-law. Shout out to Rita. I love you. She let us move in with her because I didn't have credit, because I didn't have debt when I left the Marine Corps. I had been applying for jobs for months. I couldn't get a job anywhere. And we're living in her house. She rearranged her whole house to let us live with her until we could find a place to get credit. I bought a TV at Best Buy just to build credit so I could get a mortgage, blah, blah, blah. And I was like sitting in my brother-in-law's room at the time doing homework because he was working while my wife and kids slept in another room. And I was like, I have severely fucked up. Like, I turned down an enlistment bonus, a job I was good at, to go to college. What the fuck is wrong with me? But everything happens for a reason, and I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for people like her in my life. But like, no one really talks about it, and it bothers me that like dads don't talk about like the moments where you're like, am I fucking up? Like, there needs to be more of that because
I'm fucking this up right now.
And there's no, you're not like, well, I guess I'll go left. There's no left.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Do you have any moments like that?
It's not so much like a singular moment. I think it's just a feeling overall. Like as a stepfather,
Yeah.
I think you realize it's like it's one of the most underappreciated jobs.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get a lot of credit for a lot of things, and it's nothing that we search for. But I mean, a little thank you, a little, appreciation goes a long way. So I think the hardest thing was coming to terms with stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Knowing when daddy-daughter dance came up, it's something that you don't expect that's gonna like really hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And she does such a great job of like trying to include me and stuff and realize just that I have feelings too. She's great about it. But at the same time too, I've had multiple conversations with her. I'm like, hey, like, listen, like, I'm not here to take your dad's place. I love you, the way I should love you. I'll be here for you as much as you want me to be. And as much as you allow me to be a part of, I think that's kind of the hardest thing for me, man, is just coming to terms with that and knowing that though, like, I'm not the first pick, dude. Like, I'm just not. She does her best to like include me because I know she cares. But at the same time, like, her loyalty's to her dad, dude. Mm-hmm. And I think that's something you had to come to terms with like pretty early. So yeah, dude, it's a work in progress, but I've gotten to teach her a lot of things, her and my son, and she does a good job of like showing appreciation. Like now as she's getting older, but early on, man, it's a thankless job at times.
Dude, it all is. But I've from outside looking in, dude, not to take away from, like, those kids hang on every word you say. Like they're like, they're so lucky, dude. It's fucking great. I love this. Oh, that's a good idea for a segment, Nick. I like this. Well, Nick had a good idea. Well, thank you for joining us here on this episode of the Underwhelming podcast. If you'd like to see what happens next, go to Pepperbox.tv for the Underwhelming after show. It is an after show tied to some of the episodes. It's also going to be like adventures. We talked about doing food challenges, bringing out J-Wolf, doing like whatever. We're going to expand the universe, as it were. Blas is here on his Midwest Aura farming tour. We're having a good time. Any saved rounds or alibis?
Are we doing those drinks you made me go get you? I had to go to the sketchy part of town to get you those drinks.
Yeah, and as soon as you got there, they're like, he's here. The king has returned. Listen, you want to see what happens, go to Pepperbox.tv. It's going to be fun.
Okay, bye.
And that's how it's done.